And sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah.
The truth is very clear.
Every single interview she does, I just feel more and more like heaviness in my soul, because now I'm like, what is it that Charlie found out? What is it? What was so evil and diabolical that they had to take him out because they knew that he would tell the world? And now I'm wondering if it was her.
People always say the eyes reveal everything about a person. And lately, Erika Kirk's stare has been making a lot of people seriously uneasy. Candace Owens and plenty of her supporters have reportedly been dragging Erika online, calling her look D3mon Eyes after that intense public appearance where she showed up dressed head to toe in black. Things got even messier when Erika accused Candace of claiming she wanted Charlie Kirk gone, and the whole situation exploded across social media fast.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Over the past 7 months, Erika has faced heavy backlash for several controversial moments, especially after referring to her husband's memorial as the event of the century, while also talking about merch sales and hat orders in the same conversation. But the thing that really gives people an eerie feeling is Erika's stare. A lot of viewers say it is not only the heavy waterproof mascara or the dark makeup around her eyes. It is the way she suddenly pauses while speaking, then locks into the camera with this deep, intense look that makes people seriously uncomfortable. Some even say it feels like she is staring straight through the screen and into their soul. Before getting into Erika's recent all-black appearance, it is worth looking back at the moments that first got people talking about her expressions and eye contact online. One of the earliest examples came just 2 days after the tragic incident involving Charlie Kirk, when Erika filmed a message from Charlie's home study. In the video, she thanked everyone who helped bring Charlie home, but viewers quickly became distracted by what they described as strange behavior and an unusually intense stare that sparked non-stop reactions online.
I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. Really loved life. He loved his life. He loved America. He loved nature, which helped him always bring him closer to God. He loved the Chicago Cubs. And my goodness, did he love the Oregon Ducks. He'd want me to say go Ducks, so I have to since they play on Saturday. So go Ducks. But most of all, Charlie loved his children. And he loved me.
People online became fixated on the pauses in Erika's speech, the way she repeated certain phrases, and the quiet whispers many viewers claimed they heard under her breath. Others pointed out that there were no visible tears during the emotional message, even as she delivered the now infamous line, "The cries of this widow will echo like a battle cry." That quote instantly spread across social media and had people debating her behavior non-stop.
You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Then came another uncomfortable moment during a later appearance from Charlie's home studio, right before the Make Heaven Crowded tour kicked off. Once again, viewers flooded comment sections talking about Erika's eyes and the intense way she looked directly into the camera.
We usually did before tours. We said our prayer, and we asked the Lord to protect us, and we asked the Lord that His will be done. That's what we did.
Things escalated even more at the Fox Nation Patriot Awards in November 2025, when Erika arrived wearing a green jewel-covered gown that immediately grabbed attention everywhere.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. Thank you so much to the Fox News family. Thank you so much to Jesse and everyone that loved my husband so well. Thank you.
The outfit alone had people talking, but it was Erika's expression that really sent social media into overdrive. During interviews and camera shots from the event, viewers kept pointing out the way she stared without blinking for long stretches of time, making the whole moment feel unusually intense. Clips from the Patriot Awards spread fast online, with critics zooming in on her facial expressions and calling the energy unsettling and hard to watch. Some people also noticed how calm and controlled Erika appeared while discussing deeply emotional topics, which only added more speculation around her public image. Others defended her, saying grief affects everyone differently and that people were reading too much into short video clips. Still, the conversation around her eyes and her stare kept growing louder after every public appearance she made. But once again, people could not stop talking about Erika's eyes. No matter what she wore or what event she attended, viewers kept focusing on that long, intense stare that had already become a huge topic online. Then came the gold sequin pantsuit she wore to TPUSA AmFest in December, and it instantly had social media buzzing. The flashy outfit grabbed attention right away, but the real conversation quickly shifted back to Erika's facial expressions and the way she carried herself during the event. Critics started questioning the image she was presenting in public, especially after her repeated statement that everyone grieves differently. For many online, that phrase began sounding less like a personal explanation and more like a defense against growing criticism over her glamorous appearances and polished public image. Around that time, reports from close sources claimed Erika's glam team wanted to soften her image a bit and pull back from the sparkling, high-attention outfits. According to those reports, they allegedly agreed it would be smarter for her to tone things down moving forward. Soon after, in December 2025, Erika appeared on CBS for a sit-down interview with Barry Weiss, wearing a much more reserved all-black pantsuit that immediately sparked another wave of reactions online. The darker outfit may have been more toned down, but viewers still zeroed in on Erika's stare almost immediately. During the interview with Barry Weiss, people online kept replaying clips of her long pauses, slow responses, and the way she locked eyes with the camera during certain questions. Some viewers said the all-black look only added to the heavy atmosphere surrounding the interview, making the entire moment feel even more dramatic. Others pointed out how carefully controlled Erika appeared throughout the conversation, especially when discussing the public backlash she had been facing for months. Every small expression, every pause, and every glance quickly became a talking point online. Supporters argued that people were unfairly overanalyzing a grieving widow, while critics claimed the interview felt more like an image reset than a heartfelt conversation. Either way, Erika once again became one of the biggest topics circulating across social media that week. But even though Erika finally appeared in a more traditional grieving widow style, many people online still called that interview her most talked about evil eye moment yet. Viewers kept dissecting every expression, every stare, and every long silence from the sit-down, turning short clips into non-stop viral discussions across social media.
My husband always went live. I have nothing to hide. We're fully transparent. What you see is what you get. If I start breaking down on live TV, I break down on live TV. My husband was assassinated. He didn't die in a car accident.
For so many people to believe that reality.
Because it's too simple.
The same thing happened again during her State of the Union appearance. Critics claimed Erika's expression looked overly rehearsed, with some saying the sympathy on her face appeared forced rather than natural. No matter what she did publicly, attention always seemed to swing back toward her eyes and facial expressions.
Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
Even when Erika appeared dressed entirely in white while publicly forgiving Tyler Robinson, the man connected to the incident involving her husband, people still focused heavily on her stare and body language.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life. On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Viewers pointed to the way she looked upward, then downward, along with the long pauses between sentences, saying the intense gaze continued to make them uncomfortable. Before becoming CEO of Turning Point USA, Erika mostly stayed out of the spotlight, while Charlie remained the public face of the movement. Back then, she only appeared occasionally on his podcast and usually kept a much more natural, low-makeup appearance.
It's time to get married, understanding your biblical role as a wife and a mother, and knowing that you're ready to step into that motherhood, that being a wife, and that type of era of your life, if you will. So
that older version of Erika looks completely different to a lot of longtime viewers now. People who followed Charlie's podcast years ago often point out how soft-spoken and reserved she once seemed compared to the polished public figure she later became. Back then, her appearances felt far more casual, with simple outfits, lighter makeup, and a much calmer presence on camera. As Erika stepped deeper into the spotlight after Charlie's passing, many online critics began comparing old clips to her newer interviews and public appearances. They argued that her entire image changed almost overnight, from quiet, trad wife energy to a highly controlled media personality constantly surrounded by cameras, speeches, and major events. Still, supporters pushed back hard against the criticism, saying Erika was simply adapting to a massive leadership role under impossible pressure. But regardless of where people stood, one thing stayed consistent through every appearance. The internet remained completely obsessed with analyzing her expressions, pauses, and especially those unforgettable eyes. Back then, Erika usually wore her hair down with very light makeup and simple jewelry. It was a completely different look from the oversized accessories critics online now joke about and compare to Super Bowl rings because of how flashy they appeared during public events. According to fans following her recent appearances, Erika seemed to briefly return to that softer image during the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where she was invited as a guest. Viewers noticed the toned-down mascara, the simpler hairstyle, and the more natural makeup look almost immediately. But critics still claim the quiet, emotional vibe she gave off felt overly prepared and perfectly timed for cameras, with some describing the entire appearance as carefully staged. Just days later, Erika returned to Charlie's office to film another video that many online are now calling a possible turning point in her public image. Dressed fully in black with a matching black hat, Erika directly claimed that Candace Owens was suggesting she wanted Charlie gone. However, many viewers quickly pointed out that Candace had never publicly made or implied that accusation at all.
I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Man, it's just not, the performance of all of this is not good. And before we get to her claim, in which people immediately checked her on, and it was not trending in a good way, it's not trending for her in a good way, the reaction to this, whatever this was supposed to be, just an obvious lie. She wakes up to headlines and Candace Owens saying that she killed her husband. Now, I'll show you how they're trying to clean it up. It's similar to UGA. It's going to be narcissistic abuse, where they blame it. They find try a way to wiggle out of Erika lying, as opposed to saying, oh, she misspoke. They're going to try to assert that, no, Candace did say this.
That statement instantly triggered another massive online firestorm. Supporters of Candace Owens flooded social media, accusing Erika of twisting comments and creating drama that never actually happened. Clips from the video spread fast, with viewers once again focusing on Erika's delivery, especially the long pauses, the intense eye contact, and the serious tone she used throughout the recording. For critics already skeptical of Erika, this moment only pushed the conversation further. Many claim the all-black outfit, paired with the dark setting and dramatic presentation, felt intentionally theatrical. Others argued that Erika was simply defending herself after months of nonstop speculation and public attacks tied to Charlie's passing and her leadership role afterward. Still, the internet stayed locked onto one thing more than anything else: her stare. Every screenshot, pause, and close-up from the video quickly turned into reaction posts, memes, and heated debates across multiple platforms, keeping Erika at the center of online controversy once again. At this stage, the biggest question surrounding Erika Kirk is simple. Why do so many people feel unsettled when watching her? What is it about her stare, her expressions, and the way she looks directly into the camera that keeps triggering such strong reactions online? Even when Erika tones down the heavy mascara and leans into a softer, clean girl image, critics still flood comment sections with dramatic responses and wild theories. Some of the comments circulating online have been especially intense, with users writing things like, "The demonic stare doesn't work with the whole Make Heaven Crowded theme," while others posted, "Did Charlie Kirk know who he married?" And "What did I just watch? That stare through the phone was terrifying." The reactions have ranged from mockery to outright discomfort, showing just how deeply people are analyzing every public appearance she makes. Whether fair or exaggerated, the non-stop obsession with Erika's demeanor, pauses, and eye contact has become a huge part of the conversation surrounding her public image online. Some people believe the reaction has less to do with Erika's actual appearance and more to do with the emotional intensity she brings into every public moment. Her slow delivery, carefully chosen words, and unwavering eye contact create a style that many viewers describe as unusually heavy or dramatic. In today's internet culture, even the smallest facial expression can get clipped, replayed, and turned into a viral talking point within hours. Others argue that Erika became a lightning rod for criticism the moment she stepped into a leadership position after Charlie's passing. Every outfit, interview, speech, and social media video suddenly faced extreme scrutiny from both supporters and critics alike. That level of attention only amplified the endless conversations surrounding her body language and public persona. Still, regardless of where people stand, one thing is clear: Erika Kirk's appearances continue to spark massive reactions online. Whether viewers see confidence, grief, performance, or something entirely different, the internet cannot seem to stop watching her every move. Observers online have gone as far as calling Erika's gaze psychotic, while others claim she comes across as emotionally disconnected, something critics say could explain why she once referred to her husband's memorial as the event of the century. Over time, those comments have only fueled even more speculation about her personality, her behavior, and the intense way she presents herself in public. But what do you think is really going on here? Could Erika simply process emotions differently than most people? Or is the internet reading far too deeply into her expressions and public appearances? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others following this story. Also, check out the next video, because this situation only gets even more intense from here. See you in the next one.